Hey there, so I just wanted to give a quick update since my last video when I was begging you for money to allow me to pay a deposit so that I could start studying toward rabbinic ordination at Academy for Jewish Religion. Amazingly, thank you so much, all of you. I was able to raise $1,000 in 3 days, which just blows my mind. And I was able to pay that deposit and simultaneously get myself in another $7,111 worth of debt, which I have to pay by the end of the term. But working on that fundraising now, I've got a couple places where I know that some of that money is going to be coming from, but I'm still going to be fundraising, and you know, some of you who have not yet supported me, perhaps you would consider supporting a trans man in a rural area who is already serving a community as a lay leader and a support to the community in many ways similar to what clergy does, so that I can get smicha, ordination, and continue to do this sort of work. Yeah, so school is amazing. Right this moment, I'm taking 3 classes. I'm taking a class called Leadership in Crisis, which we've had several guest lecturers, and the instructor is also a rabbi of a rather large conservative synagogue on the East Coast, which has been pretty fantastic. I've got a class about Eliyahu Hanavi and what he can teach us about leadership, which kind of goes back and forth between Eliyahu in Tanakh and Eliyahu in the imagination of the rabbis of the Talmud and folklore, and comparing and contrasting the two and what we can learn about that, or from that. And I've got a class in bioethics, which so far has been very intense. We've covered the bioethics of organ transplants, and our most recent class was about medical assistance in dying and different halakhic opinions on medical assistance in dying, as well as things like at the end of life, when is it okay to take somebody off of a feeding tube or off of a ventilator. And you might think that there's like an answer to this. No. We're Jews. It's not that simple. Put 2 Jews in a room with one question for 1 hour. They'll come out with at least 3 answers. And a lot of this is about understanding nuances in different situations. There may be like a blanket, this is what you should normally do. But then you look at the specifics of a particular case, and it's like, yeah, in this particular case, actually, the value of, protecting their spirit from too much pain, their mental and emotional stress, is a higher value than trying to draw out their life to the very last minute. This person is in excruciating pain. Keeping them on the ventilator is not a kindness, and allowing them to have the peace to take their last breaths on their own is actually a greater kindness. And then looking at the fact that there's always going to be somebody who's going to disagree with that and have a different opinion in that situation. So you can see what I'm saying. Very intense. Anyway, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of some of the stuff that we're discussing. I'm loving every bit of it. I have just so much affection for all of my teachers and all of my classmates. Every single one of them is brilliant and amazing, and I'm just wow. Just wow, loving every minute of it. Starting February 28th, I'm also going to be taking a class in tefillah, in prayer, that's specifically aimed at supporting communities through through times of crisis with prayer and how prayer can help support a community. So obviously that is relevant to Jewish communities right now. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I almost didn't get into that class because it was full. They were talking about adding another section, and then they decided not to add another section. But I was the first person on the wait list, and so apparently somebody dropped, and I moved into that place, and I'm very excited that I get to take that class. Yeah, there's a retreat that I really wish I could go to this term, but I'm not going to be able to go to. There's a limit to how much I'm going to try to raise money at the last minute like this without access to normal, FAFSA financial aid resources and things. Yeah, in the future, after I'm a fully matriculated student instead of just a gesher, which means a bridge. I'm a bridge student right now. But once I'm, fully matriculated into the rabbinic program, I'll actually be required to go to 2 retreats a year. And I'm very much looking forward to that. We will cross that bridge when we get there, so to speak. Right now, I'm just focusing on the here and now. I'm already applying lessons to the things that I'm doing within the community here in Walla Walla, Washington. If you have not yet supported me and helping me pay for tuition for this rabbinical study, and you would like to support a trans man who is supporting a Jewish community in rural Eastern Washington as a lay leader while studying towards the rabbinate, I'll have information in the description about how you can kick in some money towards that. Hopefully after February 13th, there will actually be a tax deductible way that you can kick in money towards a scholarship fund that will be helping me as well as other people. So that'll be cool. Anyway, we'll see about that. In the meantime, yes, I'm having a total blast. I'm learning so much. I'm just super excited. The one bad thing is that my classes start at 6:15 in the morning, and I am a night owl. My attempts to switch my sleep schedule have been a bit bumpy. I'm getting there. I'm starting to be able to get to sleep earlier now. But wow, the first 2 weeks I just kind of overworked myself, running super hard, trying to do all the things that I had planned before I knew I was going to be going to rabbinic school, because there was 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, between finding out that this was even a possibility for me and actually starting class. So, I had no transition period. Yeah, so I kind of overworked myself the first 2 weeks, and on Thursday just collapsed in a heap and was completely non-functional for a day. Last Thursday, I was actually super sick for one day. I'm not sure if I actually had a virus or a bacterial infection or something like that, or if it was just exhaustion, but I felt awful. But thankfully, I was better when I woke up on Friday morning, and I was able to lead services on Friday evening. So, yay! and also, Saturday morning, and was really, really excited because a new person in the community who hasn't been coming to Saturday morning services and Torah study showed up. And I think part of that is because of the conversations that have been happening in the community since finding out that I had the chance to go to rabbinic school. So, wow. Anyway, so thank you very much. I am planning a couple of videos right now. I'm hoping to be able to do videos that are related to the things I'm studying as I go through this. But right this moment, there's 2 videos that I've been kind of working on writing up. One of them is about what I've been studying at SVARA. We're studying through Mishnah Brachot in the Mishnah Collective at SVARA. And this morning we did a siyum of chapter 8. Yes, we've only got one chapter left of Mishnah Brachot. We did a siyum, a sort of summary class of chapter 8, and there were some really interesting insights that came out of that I'd like to share with you, partly because these insights lead to ideas for like new ways of interacting with prayer and ritual for today that are sort of updated to our knowledge today versus what they knew back then. I'll give you a hint, or not a hint, but I'll give you like a little taster. If you know about the arguments between Beit Hillel and Beit Shammai, I'm going to talk a bit about where Beit Shammai actually was right according to modern science, and where sort of the combination between Beit Shammai's choices and Hillel's choices back then can lead us to think about, maybe we should be having a blessing for when we're cleaning up our house before Shabbat, or maybe even a blessing for preparing food before a big meal like on Shabbat or festivals. And if you're curious about that, then hit subscribe and the notification button so that you'll know when I post that video. Anyway, so I'm going to do that. And I'm also working on a video right now to talk about prayer practice and sort of the relevance of Jewish prayer practice to daily life, and how you can use your Jewish prayer practice, whether it's the full 9 yards of morning, afternoon, and evening, plus before every meal, plus etc., or whether it's some subset of all of those options of prayer opportunities to help shape your day and give you some mindfulness time and other benefits in your life that are absolutely relevant to modern life. And like I said, you don't have to take the whole big thing. You can take subsets of it to shape your day. So that's another video that I'll be doing soon. Got a bunch of other ideas that are half-baked and unformed, but those are two that are on the horizon that hopefully in the next 2 weeks I'll be getting both of those up here. So thank you so much to all of you who have supported me so far. Like I said, I will be putting some information in the description about how you can support me going forward. And hit subscribe, not just to hear me, wax about how awesome rabbinic school is, but also if you'd like to hear more things about Jewish practice and transformative activities in studying the traditions, ideas, arguments, debates, and complete sometimes stupidity of our ancestors. They were brilliant and stupid just like us, which is part of what I love about them. Anyway, yay. Thank you so much. Bye.